Hello everybody, my name is Scarplier and welcome back to another video of mine. And in this one, I am thinking, I want to talk about the Halloweentown movies. And I know like a few years back, I did do a review of the first film. And, I feel like now is a pretty good time to talk about all these movies in one video, like a franchise discussion similar to some of my previous videos. And I think Halloweentown, these movies aren't, I enjoy them. I grew up with these movies, and every year growing up, I would always rewatch these movies. So even though I haven't seen them recently, I still know these movies very, very well. I watched them many, many times. So, uh, yeah, the original film, I already did a review for it on my channel a while back, but I can, like talk about it here still, give a bit of a refresher. This original film starring Debbie Reynolds and also Kimberly J. Brown. She played Marnie, and you like the cast. You enjoy them, and one thing that's very memorable about this original film is like the sets, the production, the costumes, the makeup, all of that was really well done in that first film. And then in the second film, they sort of deconstructed a little bit, but uh, but in the first film, I thought it was really well done and very enjoyable. It's a story about witches and all these other kinds of monsters that aren't necessarily monsters. They're all just living their lives like people in a way, and in the Halloween town, and it's really fascinating. And I think where the sequels go, like some of them can get. Uh, like I said, they're not great, but I enjoy them. And Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge, uh, it's one of the first films I ever saw where like the boyfriend character turned out to be the bad guy, and it was the first film I ever saw that was like that. Before I ever saw the Scream movies, so uh, it was the it was the first time I saw a story like that. So I didn't think it was terrible, but I also didn't think it was great. And there's one thing I remember about the second film, Calabar's Revenge, was that when the boyfriend, Marnie's boyfriend, turned out to be the bad guy, and he made all those people's costumes become real monsters. In the third act, Marnie's mom was wearing this green colored, witch mask. And then when he turned her into a monster, that was probably the one thing in this movie that creeped me out the most. But yeah, and also, you gotta give credit for where credit is due. The music in almost all these movies is pretty decent. And then you get to the third film, Halloween Town High, and everyone's in high school. And what I like about Halloween Town High is that it's sort of like all these characters from the town of Halloween Town, trying to fit in with regular people, and that can be kind of hard because they're regular people will consider them outcasts and like actual monsters. And I thought that was really an interesting way of uh, doing a sequel to the previous films, because it was trying to have all these characters from the town of Halloween Town try to, just live amongst regular people. And I thought that was really nice. And one other thing about the second film, Calabar's Revenge, is that I liked how the entire town of Halloween Town just it got so dull because of what the boyfriend was doing. Like it got so dull. He like literally humanized all the people, or all the all the monsters, and then the entire town turned up also like black and white, like an old school black and white film, and then there was this one spell that Marnie learned, where it's like Trappa apart, and that lent to some pretty funny moments with one of the other supporting characters in the second film, and then also they go to this like this other house where that I forget the name of the actor, but I've seen him in a few other shows before, where he was like this dumpster guy, and everything that's lost goes there. But if something gets lost there in the dump, it gets lost forever. I thought that was interesting, about that. I thought it was an interesting story. It's not terrible. And then Halloweentown High, I enjoyed that too, but not as much as the second film. If I'm being honest, like Halloweentown High is an enjoyable film, and I like the more teenage aspects of it. And then some of the monster characters like a couple of them fall in love with humans. And Lucas Grabeel, he's another actor in these movies. I liked having him in Halloweentown High and the fourth film, Return to Halloweentown, when Marnie is in college, but played by a different actress. And the fourth film, Return to Halloweentown, she's in college and in town. And I think it's really fascinating because it delves into the lore of the town a little bit more, and like the magic behind everything. It focuses a lot more on the witches in the fourth film, which I thought was rather interesting. And while I don't, well, do think Kimberly J. Brown was like the star of the franchise basically, and they recast her. I I didn't like it as much at first when I first saw Return to Halloweentown, but the actress that played her in the fourth film, she grew on me. Sarah Paxton, that's her name, and I thought she was decent in the role. She wasn't terrible, and she's pretty, and I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the fourth film, but I remember like the main villain of the fourth film was this older guy, and I remember that probably being one of the weaker aspects of the fourth film, with this older guy being the villain, and also, you know, Debbie Reynolds. I love her. She's a great actress. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Her and her daughter Carrie Fisher, just they left an amazing legacy. And while Debbie Reynolds isn't an actress that I've seen in too many other films, she has been in other films, but I've only ever seen her in these movies, honestly. But I love her. And yeah, and also, Marnie has her brother in most of these movies as well. I can't remember the name of his actor, but I always really liked him. He was kind of like a warlock. He wasn't a witch, but he still had magic, and it was just really fascinating seeing Marnie's journey from the first film all the way to the fourth one and Return to Halloweentown. And it's a great journey, with 4 entries, and who knows if this franchise will ever get another film or maybe even a TV show. Who knows? I don't know. But this is a franchise that I do enjoy, and I watch these movies yearly, usually, but it's been a while since I've seen these movies. But, like I said, I enjoy all of them, and I think they still stand the test of time for Disney Halloween films. They really do. I know my friend Sean is a fan of these movies as well. These movies have their fan base, and I'm really glad to be giving my thoughts about this now. because it's a great time. Halloween is in a couple weeks, guys, and I cannot wait. And yeah, my Halloween costume, by the way, it's Ghostface from Scream. Hello, everyone. All right, everyone. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.